Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, Ryota Murata, fresh off of his sensational stoppage victory, seventh round stoppage victory in the rematch versus Hassan N'Dam this week. That was on ESPN at like 7 in the morning because he fought in Japan. Bob Arum's got big plans for Ryota Murata, the 2012 gold medalist, who is now the WBA champion at middleweight. He's looking for big fights next year, and a lot of people have high hopes for Murata. He's someone that personally I'm not gonna say act like I've seen him fight a whole lot. I've only seen the N'Dam fights and I think one of his random like early fights. But he's someone I like his skill set. I think he's got a good jab. When he does fight in close quarters, I like the way he pivots on his hooks. I like his punch selection. He's a good fighter. He's a solid fighter. You don't win a gold medal in the Olympics being trash. You got to at least be a decent fighter. So, shout out to Murata. But yeah, first off of his win against N'Dam in the rematch, where he looked sensational. He just fought with more confidence. He fought like he was more sure of himself. Bob Arum is looking for big fights in the middleweight division this year. Now that this guy has the WBA title. And they're going to go for the big boys. They're going to go for the Golovkins and the Canelos of the world. So here's what he said in regards to Ryota Murata. He said, I quote, "My grand plan with Murata is another fight in Tokyo. It's going to be absolutely huge. Huge. So now he fights in Japan, then somewhere in the States, and then for the third fight of the year, we will figure that out. He's envisioning him fighting around February or March, and then June or July, followed by a fall fight, which would probably be a big fight if things fall into place for him. Then goes on by talking about fighting Golovkin and Triple G specifically. He said, I quote, obviously a lot will depend on circumstances. If Golovkin doesn't want to fight Triple G, then the amount of money on that fight in Japan would be enormous. The Tokyo Dome, that would be unimaginable. And if Golovkin and Canelo fight and Golovkin wins, hey, that's a fight that can be done. So I think he's going to fight some top guys, but obviously he would like to fight Golovkin, end quote. And if you guys don't know, Murata has already expressed himself that that's the guy he wants to fight. Really, that's the guy he really wants to fight is Golovkin. So, I like the fact that even at his old age, Bob Arum is still, he's really ambitious because, Murata being from Japan, trying to build him up in Tokyo. He's trying to do that with. I remember when he tried to do this with Zhao Shiming, who now is like whatever because he got knocked out and he hasn't. He's pretty much never going to be that star that Top Rank wanted him to be. But I remember when he had Zhao Shiming, with Zhao Shiming early on when he signed him, he tried to go that route. And he tried to build Zhao Shiming because Zhao Shiming was from Japan or China or whatever it was. And he tried to tap into that market, that untapped boxing market over there. Because they do support boxing, but they just don't have that big star. But Murata has all the capabilities to be that guy because of his style, the fact that he won a gold medal for them, and he's known. He's known. So, I like his ambition. I like the fact that he's talking about, hey, if now that this guy has a title, we can do a big unification fight, maybe Tokyo next year in the Tokyo Dome, which is crazy because I believe was the Tokyo Giants that play there, the baseball team. So that'd be huge. That'd be great for boxing. I think to take the sport over there to Japan. Big middleweight fight. You got guys like Canelo or GGG versus this young, well, not young, he's 31, but like a younger. Well, no, Canelo is younger than Murata, so that's Golovkin. Just a champion, a solid champion. A guy who won a gold medal for the country of Japan. I like to see it. I think it'd be cool, and I think from a boxing standpoint, if he fights a guy like Canelo, I think it'd be an interesting fight because Murata has that. He's one of those long. He's not lanky. He's not like all the way lanky, but he is. Yeah, has a good length on him. He's like wiry, strong, kind of like in a like not to the degree of a Tommy Hearns, but kind of like a Tommy Hearns, where you were those guys who are kind of like they kind of look skinny, but they punch hard, and he's kind of like that. And he fights well on the inside. Pivots really well on his hooks. He's got a good jab. Overall, he's a solid fighter. And Canelo obviously has shown himself to be a better fighter than many people give him credit for with his last fight against Golovkin. Although I thought he lost, he still gave a good account of himself, and he proved to be a much better fighter than people were giving him credit for. show good defense. I think overall, I like to see Murata in with these guys. A guy who I think any guy with Olympic gold medal, punching power, good boxing ability, who now has a title is someone that I like to see against the other top guys. And he only has 14 professional fights, so I know a lot of people are going to say, well, he only has 14 fights, but I think with the amateur experience he has and the fact that he's had two. And I granted, Hassan N'Dam is not anywhere in the same stratosphere as a Golovkin or a Canelo. But Hassan N'Dam, this veteran fighter, solid fighter. He's got that experience with him. A lot of people don't like the fact that they might say, "Oh, he's got a loss," but losses can be good, even if they are controversial. He lost a controversial fight to N'Dam the first time, came back the second time, whooped his ass, shut him out, stopped him in the 7th round. So, Murata versus Golovkin or Canelo in the Tokyo Dome. Like Golovkin and Canelo got a fight. Then, if let's say Golovkin beats Canelo, they might want to do I don't want to say, I don't know, maybe they might want to do a trilogy fight. They might want to do a third fight. You don't know. So we'll see what happens. But that's the news from Bob Arum. He's looking at getting Ryota Murata fresh off of his win against Hassan N'Dam this weekend. Now he's WBA middleweight champion. He's looking to do a big unification fight in Japan, in Tokyo. Large city of Tokyo, huge city of Tokyo, in the Tokyo Dome, home of the Tokyo Giants. So let me know what you guys think. Ryota Murata versus Golovkin or Canelo. What do you guys think about it? Leave your comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.